Hello, comrades. Commissar Bro here today with, you guessed it, the Making History playthrough as Yan China. Now, the past couple of episodes, we have been struggling absolutely with a huge lack of resources. We are literally not in the green in anything except for oil and food. And our arms, our combat efficiency is at minus 63%. This is not going well for us. But, you know, we did go to peace with our enemies there in Russia. We managed to defeat them. However, we're still at war with the American Alliance. And the American Alliance is mildly terrifying because it's quite large and they've got quite a few men to choose from. However, more than likely, we're just going to go back to war with Russia, defeat Russia completely and fully, because Russia, even if we could establish it as our own ally, there's resources and goods that we could get out of it. And I mean, we're losing efficiency anyway, and there's no way we're going to stop the hemorrhaging as far as I can tell, because nobody who we're on good terms with is giving this shit out for free. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to do what we've got to do. And I don't really think I'm going to worry too much about Mongolia or Tanutuva. We're going to keep them. Oh, well, no, Tanutuva, that's right. We established them. I forgot about that. All right. Well, so, okay. All right, okay. Everything else looks pretty good. I mean, we've got Japan on our right. Japan is building up. We've got Korea on our right as well. We've created states out of the whole Vietnam area there. We created India. I mean, we've made a nice little block for ourselves, all things considered, that's supporting itself. But again, the problem runs into we do not have the resources to compete with our opponents in the West. That's right. So, yeah, let's go back to war with Russia and do some more damage to her. Yeah, that's right. And we'll just make her surrender again. Because why not? Like, alright, boom, we just took out 7 divisions. Alright, beautiful, beautiful, very beautiful. Yes, we'll continue bombing the piss out of them. And we're going to patrol this area. Watch, we're going to shoot down all those Russian planes. Because that's how I roll, not giving a shit and whatnot. And what else do we need to take over? Let's see. Oh, did we actually get them? Yeah, we got them. We got them, boys. Don't worry about it. We have pretty good Air Force, and how that works and all that goodness. I think we're going to take those 13 tanks, 13 divisions, 25 divisions. All right, what we need to do is once we cap Tobolsk there, we'll send our boys in to bomb. Actually, you know what? We could take. Well, let's continue shooting down the Russian Air Force real quick. All right, there we go. I think we've dealt with the entirety of the Russian Air Force. So we're going to rebase to Ostart. And we're going to bomb the 2,105th Army. And there we go. Boom. We took Tobolsk. Alright. So now we can send in our tanks from the Urals. And we'll split off one group. Oh, we didn't do it. Whoops. Split off one group. You can tell it's still really early for me. Yeah, it's a little bit too early. Alright, boom. Alright, there. That took care of the Russian forces in that area. They've brought in some more reinforcements, and which are just as powerful as the last group, so we're going to have to bomb the shit out of them too. Boom. Alright, that dealt with them. Come on, Russia. Just keep sending your shit in here. We've got it. All day. All day, Russia. All day. I do not mind bombing the crap out of your entire army. Alright, we're going to merge all these units together, make one giant army. Wow, look at that. 93 divisions of advanced mounted, advanced motorized, and advanced assault. That is absolutely beautiful, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, so let's take those guys up, move them through there. Drop 2 medium artilleries. Patrol. Ostart. Bomb the shit out of the Russian Air Force again. Alright, that was 7. Dude, the Russians are just getting so beat right now. I half feel bad for them. Because, you know, they didn't really do anything to deserve this. They just tried to unite the world under one Russian banner. And now I'm just kind of coming in and taking it for myself. Because this is how I roll. Equally not giving a shit. Bum. Alright. Alright, so we have unified the Alasha autonomy now, I think, in its entirety, which is good. We're going to take our tanks, move them out. We'll take these guys, move them into Pechora. I think the Russians are out of stuff. This looks like a very likely scenario, given the current events as they are. The Russians really don't have anything anymore. Alright, so we're going to rebase to the Urals. And again, if we can, what I'm thinking is we'll conquer Russia up to about this point here, because then that we'll still have that natural border between us and the Allies, but we'll just have the benefits of having Russia's resources, which is pretty much the entire reason I'm doing this. And Air Force coming in. Where's ours? Too far away. Damn them. It's alright. We'll take our Air Force. Let's bomb out these guys in Stalingrad here. Drop one tank. Uno tank. Send the others to Volgograd. Alright. Boom shakalaka. Looking good, looking good. Oh, world domination is always so sweet. I never quite get tired of it. You know, just destroying the world, taking it for my own. Alright. We still have huge resource deficits. It's painful. Like, I don't think I've ever had an economy that's so bad. And I mean, there's just nothing you can do about it. China just does not have natural resources, even in modded versions, which blows my frickin' mind, because China is frickin' China. Like, I can understand them being incredibly underdeveloped in the beginning, but they should have massive reserves of resources. I mean, look, 60 years later, they're one of the most powerful countries, well, arguably the second most powerful country in the world in terms of economy. So it's kind of like, I don't quite understand. You know, during World War II, again, incredibly underdeveloped than they are today. But that doesn't change the fact that those oil, or I mean, not the oil reserves, but those resource reserves didn't just pop up out of nowhere. They were there before. So it's kind of like, I disagree with your assumption, sirs and madams, on the creation in this mod of China, or even in the base game of making history. Though it's not a very good representation. There's not much potential growth you can get out of China, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because it's such a fun country to play as. Personally, I love playing as China, especially in the earlier periods prior to the current establishment. I think it's a lot of fun to play as China and unify China and take it into some domineering world power. So, yeah, that's just me. No, look, I left the hole in my line. Huh, yeah. Typical Commissar, bro. Leaving holes in his line. Bow chicka bow wow. Alright. Charge! Charge back to the Earls and conquer it again from those dirty partisans. We don't need them holding our land. This land is mine. All mine. Oh, yes. And we just got to keep bombing them. See, this is the point I make about always having such an incredibly powerful Air Force early on in the game. It really makes a difference. Like, you don't think it would. You think, oh, I could have a pretty large land army and be okay. No. No. What you really need, truly need, in terms of this game, is a really badass, powerful Air Force that can pretty much conquer everything. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to create Finland out of all this region. Because, again, it's another region that doesn't have enough resources and metal for us to do anything with, so... yeah, we're just going to have to conquer it that way. And goddamn partisans keep leaving holes in the line. Damn, really bad about that. That's alright. Send that one Uno tank back there. You go back there and you deal with that problem. Yes, create Finland. We want Finland as an ally. They're going to... so we don't have to worry about their control. Oh, look, we can create the USSR. Why not? Let's do it. Yeah, the USSR has joined our alliance. Oh my god, that is one hell of a bright red. Jesus Christ. I didn't quite expect that to happen. Okay, so we own Moscow. We are pushing west in the Russian lands. Dear friggin' Christ, that is a bright red. I need to like, they need to tone that down a little bit. Tone it back. Jesus. He was Christ. Too much red, if you ask me. Too much red. Alright, so what else do we need to do? I guess we'll drop this one light here. We'll move to the north to Tver. Alright. Alright, beautiful. Drop another medium artillery. Move south. We'll drop one of our tanks here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cut their planes off. Where are they building all these fucking planes? That's what I want to know. They keep building all these planes to just wreak havoc on me. Alright, so that's our plan of attack right there. And we're not really going to go too much further. Yeah, we'll create Estonia. Again, none of these places have resources, so they're pretty much worthless to me as far as I'm concerned. They're pretty much just buffer states. See, that's one thing I really do like about the second Making History in comparison to this one. In this one, you know, you don't, I don't know, there's less reason to actually hold on to places. There's more reason to make buffer states and whatnot, because with the buffer states, they'll just manage themselves much better anyway. So it's kind of like it's in your best interest, really, to have those buffer states rather than not to have them. But in Making History, the Great War, not so much. Like, personally, I think the buffer states are actually kind of unneeded, because you can tap into the potential of the surrounding areas with the resources that you're given. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of it's kind of my spiel on the whole matter, I guess. You know, it's pretty simple. Look at that. That's beautiful. We have done a bang-up fucking job. I am absolutely impressed. But the problem we have now is, though, we now share a border with Romania and the Allied powers, which means, unfortunately, we need to go to peace with the Soviet Union. Or, I'm sorry, with Russia. And, of course, Russia's going to accept it because they just got their asses kicked. Alright. Oh, and look, the Allies have not hesitated. They've already started dropping dudes where they can. So, alright, well, we need to take over Danzig. Alright. Oh, whoa, whoa! They had a lot more shit in Danzig than I possibly would have thought they would. Well, that's not good. We gotta get our Air Force there as quick as possible. Oh, they're not fast enough. Oh, God. We're gonna lose all of our tanks. Oh, wait, no, we're not. No, we're not. Provide air support. Get in there, boys. Oh, yeah, see, that really turned the tide of battle. Look at that shit. Oh, my God. Let's scroll down. And dominated. That's right. Oh, but we took some heavy casualties. Jeez, it's not good. Oh, and look. The enemy forces are pouring through the gaps in the wire. We need to get our main armies up there as fast as possible to hold back the tide of the Allied horde. Otherwise, this fledgling Soviet state is just going to get wiped out in a few moments. Oh, man. See, this is exactly what I was afraid of happening. The Allies have not had trouble with resources, whereas we most definitely have. Oh, shit, they're winning. They're beating us really badly. Oh, man. I gotta bring in the Air Force. Bring in the Air Force support. It wasn't enough! Oh, my God, it wasn't enough! Alright, yeah, we'll accept that, Denmark. Give us what you're giving away there. Alright. Oh, my God, look at that horde. I don't even know where to start. There's so much shit. Oh, well, I guess there's no point in, questioning it. We just need to stop bombing it. Alright, and we need to get our army together. We need to set a line that we will not retreat from. I'm missing an army, aren't I? Maybe I'm just not seeing them because it's so early in the morning. My eyes aren't as good in the morning. Oh, man, we're going to need guys. We're going to need a bigger force. I know I got some dudes in the west we'll bring up. Where's that giant horde? Where was that big ass horde of guys? Like with it had like 90 divisions in it. I know I'm not going crazy. 120. I have guys in Jamaica? Oh, God, this is how you know it's been a long time since I played. Alright, let's see. Tobolsk. There it is. There's the big... I just couldn't see them because they're in the truck. Alright. So we'll get this, and we'll set Moscow as our point of no retreat. In the meantime, we need to get our Air Force around before it gets surrounded and destroyed where it is. So we're going to retreat it through... We're going to retreat it through Finland there. Alright. Yeah, because it's our dudes are getting overwhelmed in that area, and we're gonna help the Finn out here. There we go. Because look, the Finns had a lot of dudes tied up in the north there. Now that we took care of that battle in Libya, we can move back down to more Soviet lands, and our guys just don't stand a chance. This is ridiculous. Oh, good thing we're not at war with Russia anymore. And they're only coming through that one little pipe. Huh. So basically, if we could conquer that region, we cut all this stuff off. Oh, well, we lost East Prussia. Whatever. I don't care that much. Alright, where's my Air Force at? Alright, here we go. Okay, whatever, Denmark. And they're killing our stuff there. Actually, this would be a good time for our Air Force to reinforce. Get over there quickly. Alright, provide air support to those fellas fighting hard over there. Look at all, that's a huge ass allied army. Damn it, our Air Force didn't even get a chance to help. Ah, damn it. Ah, they're just killing us with overwhelming force, and it's pissing me off. Go in! Move! Bomb! Do damage! Do something! Let's merge our armies together. Oops. Alright, well, I think this is a good place to end this particular episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is the 19th episode of Yan China. It was going really well, and now it's going really bad. So, yeah, I'll let you guys be the judge on how it turns out. So, yeah. But anyway, this has been Commissar, and I will see you next time.